Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all? This is Val.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Z.
Z in
Yeah,
the
switching
house.
it up today.
Yeah, we switching it up, man. We doing something a little different. So hopefully y'all can keep up with us. Me with my man E-Modes in the background, Z at home with the comfy background though. You know what I mean? It's giving
Hey, man, listen, we be cozy over here right now.
Yeah, listen, I love the cozy swag. Nah, I mean, gotta put the baby to bed, make sure he good. I know baby's even wilding. I did get a chance to see that video.
Hey,
I seen him kind of moving his shoulders in the one video, man. Y'all
I'm
got.
gonna say you saw the show to work
I
though.
seen the show. I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
he want a battle."
Hey,
Listen,
hey,
I can get down. Like
hey,
I
my
don't know.
man's asking to be a capper early in the game.
Listen, y'all can't be having them watch BET Uncut. I know that, man. Y'all gotta relax, man.
Come
Nah,
on,
I
man.
mean,
You know we was raised on that BET Uncut. Don't play.
I mean,
Don't play.
when
Don't play.
the parents will sleep, you wake up, turn the
It,
TV on at 3 o'clock.
it's funny though, man. You say that now. I was talking to someone the other day about that tip drill uncut video. Now that changed my life.
The little credit card down. Yeah, that's a throwback too. But like I said,
Game changer.
our era, that was real risky business because for a while they thought the only way you was going to see some stuff like that was if you had HBO and all of those other channels. But like for us,
Cinemax.
but for us,
Cinemax.
we had on BET. You know what I mean? We knew what time
Game
of the
changer,
night it
baby.
was. It was probably like, I don't know, what was like 12, 13, 11.
Something like that. Wait till you're gonna be watching that. I'll tell you that.
Young as hell, just like, nah, I need to see what them but you want to know what's crazy is, and I know we'll get on to the Bills, y'all. Sorry, we got to start right here, but that made me think
Early
about
segue.
that made me think about why our generation was such a party generation too, because we grew up seeing so much on these videos, like so many damn like club scenes, and we grew up like, oh, I
For
can't
real.
wait. So
Yo,
by the
once
time
I'm in there, oh yeah, that's slow
like,
motion action.
man, listen, by the time we was 15, 16, 17, we was ready to take over every house party. You know what I mean? Pretty Ricky thing, you know, t-shirt and my jeans on.
Listen, dog. I know you had to see that versus the Omarion and Mario joint, but Pleasure P doing all them old tracks. I said,
Shout out to the Verses for
oh
entertainment.
man, I was having so many flashbacks.
Yeah,
So many
like a pleasure
flashbacks to that
to
Pretty
see
Ricky
the
life,
lust
man.
in
I
your
said,
eyes.
man.
Yeah, they brought it back, man. Omarion funny ass. Ray J with the one list.
To my baby born. To my baby born. To my baby born.
I don't know what kind of runs they was doing, man. Them runs was over the top.
Yeah, I know Brandy had to be in the cut.
Oh no, I know. You know she was mad as hell.
Come on, bro.
And then of course you had.
Like, come on, bro. You know we got to do better than that.
And of course you had your homie Jeremiah come in there. He said, "It's your birthday." So
singing all types of kid.
It's the best day of the year.
I was so disappointed in that man.
He said, and
he sang in 17 different keys.
17 different keys.
Flat as all hell. I said, man, Jeremiah, what's up, man?
He made me
studio singers, man.
But right, studio.
That tell you how good these producers are, these masters.
They you definitely got to give them props.
Correction.
But that's also why back then I was doing a whole lot of acapella, because I was very big on trying to let people know, like, listen, fuck the instruments.
This is real.
I can do this. So y'all can do all that little nah. Real vocal.
I'm built for this, man.
Yeah, you already know. But anyways, real life shit, man. A lot going on, man. Outside of that, man, everything else been cool with you and the fam. Everything pretty good.
It's good, man. Yeah, man, we had a good holiday weekend, man. Got to see the family, chill, barbecue, do some food on the grill. So it's been a nice chill week, man. It was nice to get a couple of days off of work, relax, kick back, and enjoy life, man. How about yourself?
It was pretty good. And I got to say, too, because I don't know if I said it in the first 30 seconds, but for those not watching, if you're getting the audio clippings, me and Z are in separate places right now, trying to do something new so that we got something for y'all during the season when we want to give y'all quick recaps. We want to give y'all a quick little 15-minute, 20-minute clips. And yeah, this is what we'll go to here and there to try to still give y'all what y'all need. Y'all gonna want to hear from us. I'm gonna hope y'all gonna want to hear from us. So we are trying something different. Like I said, I know not everybody watches our videos. We do have a few that still just listen. So if the audio sounds a little different, all I gotta say is bear with us. We trying something different, or just watch our YouTube.
Yeah,
Watch the YouTube. Feel me?
maybe we're working the kinks out, but just bear with us.
Yeah, fuck with us. But nah, for me it was cool, man. Busy weekend. Celebrated a couple birthdays. Shout out to those. Matt, my mom, even Ev father. Even though he lives out in Cleveland, he was celebrating a birthday as well. So birthday. I mean, I ain't gonna say we were celebrating the 4th. We was cooking out, you know what I'm saying? Doing what you do, putting things on the grill.
Any opportunity to throw the food on the grill.
Oh yeah, any opportunity to throw the food and have a couple cups, you know what I mean? Some brown water, a couple beers, and just enjoy the summer that we get, because as we know, and as people who should know, in Buffalo, we don't get great weather all the time.
Long.
So anytime we can get 80, 82, even 77, 78, man, that's the time to get on in your porch. Yeah.
Chill, kick back, relax.
Kick back,
enjoy
that shit. And if you got extra time off work, I had to work on my on the holiday. I had to go in for 7 hours, but even that was what it was. I mean, as long as you give me the holiday pay, I ain't gonna complain. So
that's the truth right there.
Listen, it is what it is. So outside of that, man, did you see anything Bills related in the last 7 days that caught your eye? Whether it be the timeline, whether it be any reports. We can start right
there. It's been quiet, but it's the calm before the storm.
Right.
So I know what's coming up. I mean, we are down to about 2.5 weeks. That's this point before they get going. So
and rookies I think they report a week before the veterans. So shit, they'll be up here in about a week and a half.
Yeah, people gonna start rolling in soon. So it's definitely about to pick up. So I'm just getting ready to get geared up. I've definitely been picking up my YouTube highlight game.
Okay, yeah,
that's been stepping up and been watching that like crazy.
Yes, sir.
I done sat back. I rewatched the Kansas City game, the playoff one.
Good job. Finally.
Allowed myself to see it. Yeah, I was like,
damn.
Yeah,
I still don't watch the last few seconds.
For a fairy tale ending.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I turned it off with after the touchdown.
Yeah. You gotta.
I ain't watching that bullshit.
Nah, man, we're not going into overtime. We're not doing the coin flip. And I even saw.
We know how. We know how that ended, but I mean that was set up for a fairy tale ending, man. Like it's crazy how much Gabe Davis was torching their cornerback too. I didn't remember his name. I don't know if it was Breland. I don't remember who it was. Ward? It was Riley.
I forgot who it was. I think they tried to say whoever it was ain't on the team no more.
He was torturing that young man. I said, dang, dog. He got a family. You can't be putting him on. He hit him with like a hot sauce crossover. That man dropped.
He got a family out.
Man.
I mean, in the words of Mark Jackson, mama, there go that man.
Listen, that offense was humming. If they can keep that type of offense rolling, shit. It's gonna be
tough,
something to see. But Look, on a quick side note, did you see that I believe it was NFL Network? They predicted the entire Bills schedule.
Okay.
I don't know if you happen to see that.
I probably skimmed through it. I think I did see a few things, but who was the person that did it?
Let me check to see who actually.
Okay. And that may not matter because I feel like
yeah, someone Adam Rank. I'm not familiar with that reporter.
And I think he gave against New England.
NFL Network. Yeah, I said, and had a finishing with a 13-4 record,
right?
With a loss week 1 to the Rams, losses against New England, Cincinnati, and then New England again.
Right. So those 4 teams.
And I'm sitting there like, but what I want to ask you, like, would you take that?
I would take the record.
If it played out exactly that way.
I would say like this. I would only take the record. I can't take losing to New England twice. I do understand that division games are tough. I do understand that Bill Belichick might go this year 7-10, but he'll probably have his eyes on a little revenge with the Bills. So I can see them. I can even see them squeezing out one against us, like on some type of it was all coaching type shit where Bill Belichick just schemed up the best game of the year and beat the Bills one time this year. But even that to me is a long shot. But beating us twice, nah. I mean,
yeah, they did say that they expected the last game of the season not to matter for the Bills, which is why they'll lose that last game.
I can kind of agree.
But even then, I still don't see that happening. I don't see the Bills losing that first game against New England. That Thursday night football game at New England?
Oh, definitely not.
They're not losing.
That's prime time.
Absolutely not.
At New England, right?
That's one of the biggest guarantees on the schedule to me, huh?
You said that's prime time at New England, that first game they playing?
Yep, that first one is prime time at New England. Let's see. Week 13.
Damn.
Yeah, so you know what's even crazy? That's after the week after Thanksgiving. So we got Thanksgiving against Detroit, and then the following Thursday, we play Thursday night again against Patriots.
Primetime Bills.
Like, hey, so we're not losing that game.
Nah, that's
the thing is, we'll have a couple extra days of rest on New England too. Yeah, like man, we ain't losing that game.
Yeah, nah, I think that.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, and I know my internet acting funny, but I think that we have a good middle cushion part to our schedule. I think the first 6 or 7 games is gonna be our biggest test. You know what I mean? The Baltimore, Miami,
starts out tough.
The Rams of the world, obviously, but that middle cushion is where we got to really stack them wins. And I think that's probably when we'll be really hitting our stride too, just gearing up for January. So yeah, I definitely don't expect to lose that first game to New England. Like they said, possibility, week 17, week 18, whatever that week is, maybe, you know what I mean? If they trying to rest Josh and we got the first seed locked in, but even then, I still think there might be one other AFC team that's trying to get that first seed. And I think the Bills might need to just win that game just to like secure it.
And even then, like the last few seasons, when the Bills didn't necessarily even need a win, they still played their starters like a half, sometimes
at least
even into the second half. So like even if it's a case, even if it's a case where they don't need it, like they still gonna see 2 quarters more than likely based on the trend. So like now, man, I'm on the train to fuck everything about New England. So ain't no way in hell we getting swept by New England.
Yeah, nah. I love that record though, because I've already said I'm right there at like 13 on the year. I'm like right at 13. Like I kind of want to say if we start off, let's say 6-2, that will probably end up with like 12 wins. Or if we start off 5-3 for whatever reason, we'll end up with 12. But I'm right there at 13 because I even think in that roughest part, I don't see us losing no more than twice in the first 7 games. So if we can get through those first 7 games, you know what I mean? Give me 5. You know what I mean? Ideally, give me all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, if they can pull out week 1, that definitely changes the climate at the beginning of that schedule.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I still think that's the toughest game. For me, we talked about it before. I think that's the toughest game all season, but it's still the toughest game out of that first 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I think we both.
So if you can start that season off with a W, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we both agreed.
From there.
Yeah, I think we both agreed that looking at the schedule and teams' rosters from top to bottom, from the stars to the quarterbacks, the Rams are definitely built to give us the most competition. I think Miami would be a good fight. Baltimore would be a good fight. I think that, obviously towards the end of the year, I said it last week, Cincinnati. And there's a couple other teams I'm not thinking of. I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Even Tennessee. Tennessee plays physical. So I'll say that'd be a good like physical match. But as far as like going toe to toe with us offensively, that's where Tennessee gonna get messed up because ain't no way Tannehill gonna be able to come back down 10.
No, I don't see it.
You
And
know,
I still think they rely on their running game too much.
they do.
I think they're a better team and actually let Tannehill drop back and be a quarterback consistently. But
well, when they get him into
they love running that ball with him.
Right. To me, Tannehill is a guy you just gotta let him touch the ball a few times just to give him that balance, and that's when they are very effective. Yeah. But if they just sitting there just handing it all 40 times against a team like Buffalo or against a team like Kansas City, that shit is not gonna work. Just not gonna work because all a team like the Bills or a team like the Rams or Tampa, all we gonna do is, all right, y'all can do that little rah Baltimore Ravens 2000 offense type shit. We about to turn it up and torch your ass once we get the ball. So
right,
y'all have fun with that. Y'all take y'all little 10-minute drive. We about to go down the field in 2 minutes and
right.
Tell your
time of possession game.
Yeah, y'all play that shit if y'all want to. All right, but I did want to touch on the other division, the NFC, because we obviously saw a slight change in quarterbacks over the last 24 hours. Baker Mayfield to the Panthers. Do you see anything that you like there, or do you feel like this was just like bound to happen? So it is what it is. Fuck them. Like, where you at with this whole Baker going out to Carolina, and what does that mean for that whole 2018 draft class?
I mean, it had to happen. I mean, all the smoke was pretty much around Carolina. And I mean, there was no way they could start the season with him on the roster in Cleveland. Like, there was no way. Like, that ship has sailed after how everything played out. Like, there's no way that they can start the season with him on the roster, regardless of how the Deshaun Watson stuff was going to play out. So, it was only a matter of time for the trade to actually happen. But I mean, I don't think this even changed the landscape for Carolina at all. Like, I don't see it as a major upgrade over what they have in Darnold. Like, he doesn't move the needle for me.
Yeah,
I think team. Like, I feel like Baker needs a very complementary run game and very good offensive line, which he had in Cleveland. Like, Cleveland was a great fit for him.
Yeah,
but I mean, if I had to really trust him to drop back and throw the ball 35, 40 times a game, I don't know. Don't really do nothing for me.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those moves where you kind of just shrug your shoulders, I guess, right? It's like, it's like, oh, that's what they're going to do.
That's cute.
Yeah, because we knew Cleveland obviously invested all that money into Watson, and people were like, oh, does this mean that he won't get suspended? So
no, I mean, they still got Jacoby Brissett to play a couple games if need be. They should. True. Ain't no different than Baker. Like, whatever. They're all backup level players. Well, not Watson. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's nice to, again, even though I don't think Baker Mayfield is an amazing quarterback, I think he's good. Like, nothing crazy. But I am happy he's out the conference though, because it's enough decent to good and very good quarterbacks already in the AFC. So I'm happy, at least there's one decent quarterback who's out to NFC now.
Right. Yeah. We lose another starting AFC quarterback. I mean, I think he was even elected to the Pro Bowl before, so I guess we can say another Pro Bowl quarterback is left. But I think the main thing is for me is that it paints an even bigger picture about that 2018 draft class that we really got, if not the top guy, one of the top two guys, and that whole entire draft class, which was one of the biggest. I don't know what you want to call it, but that QB class was one of the most talked about of the last 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, it was touted to be, literally one of the best ever.
Since Dan Marino. Yeah, since Dan Marino and them boys.
Yeah, they said rival the draft of Eli and Rivers and
yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Don't forget JP lost, man.
Yeah, and see,
shout out to our pick.
We know how it feels to be on the opposite end, though, right? You know what I mean? We saw Giants fans celebrate, 2 Super Bowl wins with Eli. We saw Steelers fans celebrate Super Bowl wins with Roethlisberger. Rivers, not so
And he
much.
was still a top end quarterback, just never won anything of consequence.
So here's
he was still there.
So here's a fun comparison if we want to go that route and we want to link, let's say, that draft class. Who is going to be the Big Ben of this draft class and who's going to be the Eli Manning? And obviously the style's going to
So when you say Big Ben and Eli Manning, what you mean by that? Because I mean they both won multiple Super Bowls.
That's what I'm saying.
Eli was never great, but he got the ring.
So with Josh, which career would you rather him take after? Eli being the guy that was only in the big game, you know, to knock off the head honcho, and then he kind of like wavered off after that? Or would you rather him be like a Big Ben where he always going to give you 11, 12 wins? And
I would pick Ben Roethlisberger's track.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't had a losing record since I don't think he ever had a losing record.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever missed the playoffs
in
his career. So, you know, he did.
I think they went 500.
He was hurt. But anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I would take that career in a heartbeat if it came with the rings.
Yeah, it got to come with the ring. No, that's why I use both.
Yeah, the rings included. If not, I need better than that.
Yeah, both we want them all. And that's what I think will happen with Lamar and Josh. I think both will end up, which unfortunately Lamar's in the AFC, so I hope it doesn't happen a whole lot. But I think both Lamar and Josh will get rings eventually, hoping that it's more Josh. Because ideally we want Josh to win like 10 in a row. Like that'd be ideal, right? But
I mean, those are the two quarterbacks where they saying they need to change position and Lamar needs to be a receiver, Josh needs to be a tight end. They're not gonna make it in the league. Right. They don't have this, they don't have that. They run too much.
It was real hit or miss.
Have good eyes, all this and that.
It was real hit or miss.
Those are the only two that are still in their team.
Right, because
still in their original team, and those are the two that are top end talents.
Right, because what it came down to was a lot of people was like, either you're gonna hit on Josh or you're just gonna be completely missing. And it was kind of the same with Lamar. It was like, either you're gonna turn your offense around and y'all gonna have the best thing running, or you're gonna be stuck moving him to the slot. And you know, you look back now, and I mean, we only 4 years removed. 4.
Right.
What year was that?
Yeah.
4 years? Okay.
Yeah, this is year 5. I think.
This is the 5th season.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going into the 5th season.
Correct.
But they've all completed 4 years. So, you know, looking at it now, again, we thank God because, you know, we got a guy that was surrounded by the right front office, the right coaching staff. And I think you can say that for both him and Lamar, because Lamar, the same thing. Lamar got lucky with a great front office and a great coaching staff.
Great situation. Yeah, situation makes a huge difference. Because I mean, Darnold was set up to fail in many instances. They never really gave him any type of offensive line help. Really didn't have many weapons to work with. I mean, Rosen, I can't even speak on that. Rosen was just a train wreck off rip.
Which I feel like,
dog, you've been in the league 4 years. You've been on 5 teams.
Which is
in 4 years.
Third string in the last 2 years. Like I can at least see if you move from starter to like backup because of your situation. But how you lose? I mean, how you go? Yeah, you go from starter to backup to triple backup. Something missing. And these coaches don't.
It's a bad look.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, you got Darnold and Mayfield on the same team now. Like, what the hell is that about?
Nigga. Again,
don't even look right.
Again, we should be happy and thankful that we got our guy. Because, like I said, it would have been so typical for us to be that team with 2 former first rounders. That would have been typical Bills. They got Sam and they got the Bills. Instead, who got the best roster in the league? I'll take the Buffalo Bills. You know, the Buffalo Bills right now are the best team, top to bottom. You know what I mean? We getting all of that.
It's crazy. It's just, you know, we've always been a team where we're like, man, if only I had that quarterback. If only somehow X fell to our team. Like, but now you got Cleveland fans, Jets fan, like, damn, man, I wish we drafted Josh Allen. And it's nah,
And even
fam.
and even some of the
That's our
fans
man.
admit, and even some of the fans have even admitted, like, nah, he probably wouldn't have succeeded here anyway because we it was all fucked up. And that's why I
Which is
always say
true.
the foundation is everything with these young guys. I mean, you look around the league, you look at Justin Fields, you look at Drew Lock. Now, I'm not saying those two guys are comparable to the other guys that we mentioned, but who's to say
Yeah, well,
Drew
fit
Lock, if he
matters.
wasn't in a better situation, he would have been a little bit better. Same thing with Justin Fields. Now, this is only about to be his second season, so we'll find out more. But his situation is trash.
I like him as a player, but Chicago right now is not looking good. Like, I mean, they probably have the worst receiving core in the league. I
Outside
mean,
of
you
New
running
England,
into
yeah.
a second-year quarterback. Dog, I think their cast worse than New England, in my
It
opinion.
is because
I
at
take
least
New
at least
England's
New England got Devontae
receivers
Parker.
over Chicago's. Yeah, I mean, hell,
It's ugly.
got anybody.
It's
Chicago
ugly.
running out junk. So I mean, you want your second year quarterback to be surrounded by as much talent as possible, but he's in a terrible spot right now.
Think about it like
Terrible
this.
spot. He's probably in the worst spot out of all those quarterbacks.
Think about it like this. The Bills brought out John Brown and Cole Beasley in Josh's second year. That's what you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
do. You know what
They
I mean?
realized, yeah, they learned that first year wasn't it.
Yeah, and I think they knew. I think they took it on the chin. That first year was like a growing experience, and they knew like, hey, whatever happens this year is just gonna happen, and we'll get better.
Yeah, you got to take your lumps.
Right, we gonna get better through the off season, and boom, boom, boom. And then that next year, man, we saw the improvement in his intermediate game just by having a guy like Cole. We saw the improvement in his deep ball game just by having a guy like John Brown. So I'm thankful once again to our staff, our coaches, our front office for getting this guy going in the right direction. And obviously Josh himself had to put in the work. So, shout out to Josh and continuing to put his head down, work on his mechanics. And at the end of the day, we got a competitor too. So this guy was already going to push himself. Now, obviously people can push him off his path, but Josh was he a natural born competitor. So I think no matter which way it would have went, he would have tried to figure it out, just to put, his best out there.
Yeah. So, question: this to stay on the Baker Mayfield point. Do you ever see him, getting back to the Pro Bowl? Like, you see him being a successful starter in the league moving forward?
I think that he can in the right situation. I think Baker is one of those quarterbacks. We talked about Tannehill for maybe 30 seconds, but I think it's similar because if you put him around a good ground game and a good scheme, I can see Baker thriving because Baker's not one of those inaccurate quarterbacks where you're going to get a lot of throws where you like, what the hell is he looking at? Like, he's pretty much a good first read, second read. He can get it out quick, get it in the guy's hand on a quick slant, let that guy do his work. So I've seen enough from Baker to know. I mean, I remember watching an epic Cleveland and Baltimore game when him and Lamar was going back and forth. That game was like 43 to like 40. Like, I've seen Baker play at a high level to know, like, he really not a scrub. He just got to get in the right situation, and mentally he got to be there just so that he can get the best. And who knows, maybe in a year or two, some spots open up like the Saints. You know what I mean? Maybe they like Jameis Winston experience ain't work. Let's try to get Baker next year. So maybe the Saints would go after him next offseason, or maybe there's another situation that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I definitely think he got at least another one in him. Like, he may end up being able to fill that Phillip Rivers role in that draft class where he's like the third best QB and he kind of just is always having a team fighting, but just can never get over the hump. Like, that's what Baker was giving me right now. It's like, I'm going to be around for 15 years. I may never get to the big game, but, I'm a rider. And because he's a competitor too. I'll give him that too. Like, he plays with an edge. People sometimes either love him or hate him, you know, just because of that competitive edge. But I'll say big picture wise, I think he got at least 1 or 2 Pro Bowl years left in him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the potential is there. I mean, he's put it on tape, like you said, like especially that Baltimore game. But there's been plenty of other times where you've seen him drop back, scan field. I mean, he throws the ball with great anticipation when he's in rhythm. Like he throws an accurate ball. Like he
Right.
does have the potential to be a top end
Right.
quarterback.
He's no
It
scrub.
just, I think his problem is like when things aren't going his way, they go downhill fast though. Like I
It
feel
can
like he gets in
unravel.
his own head,
Right.
and yeah,
That's
when
why
he
that's
gets
why
in
I
his
pointed to
own
my head. I
head,
said
he loses
mentally.
cool.
Yeah, mentally he just gotta lock
Yeah,
in. He gotta lock in.
yeah.
Even with this Carolina
I,
situation.
I think he can though.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough spot.
Yeah, it's a tough spot, but it's a good chance for him too because he's gonna have a couple guys on that roster and Robbie Anderson and what's the other guy's name? What's the other receiver name?
Oh, I am drawing a blank right
DJ Moore.
now.
DJ Moore.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so
Who was
he gonna
a beast.
have, and if McCaffrey is healthy, he gonna have some people to get the ball out to. It's just a matter of if he can stay locked in and committed to you know, trying to make the best. Like it won't be the best year for Carolina. So like he's gonna have to battle the ups and downs because they're not there. You know what I mean? Like in that division, I got the Bucks, I got the Saints, I got Carolina, and then obviously Atlanta underneath. So, you know, they'll probably be fighting with the Saints. I think the Saints got a better roster overall. So I think the Saints will likely end up in that 2 spot in that division, but he can make it interesting though. Like you get a chance to play New Orleans twice a
Yeah,
year.
Carolina. I mean, they had a solid defense.
Right. And you get a shot at playing the Saints twice. So if I'm Baker, hey, let me go out here and let me knock these boys out. It's a divisional rival. And shit, maybe he do enough to make Carolina say, you know what? Let's sign you on a little quick 2-year deal. You know what I mean? Maybe worth 45 or 40. Some light.
Yeah, here's a little bit of money. Let's see what you're gonna do.
Yeah, some light. But on the flip side, outside of Baker, outside of the NFC, I did have one other training camp question I was going to bring to you because I know we said we was going to keep this a little short. You know, we don't want to hold people too long, you know, as we get into training camp because we know it's going to be more to cover. But we talked about 3 or 4 spots that we'd be looking at: surprise cuts, surprise this, surprise that. I want to say now that we're less than 3 weeks into it, what are your top 2 right now favorite position battles that you'll be looking at as we dive into it? Because this is our first episode in July. So now that we're getting closer, I kind of want to narrow it down to maybe 2 position battles that you might be looking most into. So what you got?
So, I mean, we've talked about it a few times. So I'm not gonna mention receiver because I feel like that's kind of a given because it's a lot going on over there.
Facts.
So I'm a bypass that one. I'm going to be looking at defensive end.
Okay.
They got a lot of talent, and there's only so many snaps to go around. So I want to see who steps up, who is showing that they're ready. I mean, we know what Von is going to bring. We know the consistency he's going to bring.
Right.
And you know, I think Rousseau showed that he's up for this role. But you know, seeing how he evolves and then seeing, you know, what's that next rotation look like? Is Basham next up? Is Epinesa next up? Is Lawson gonna be the one that's first in there? So like I want to see how that D end room shakes out. So I think it's gonna be a big battle because one of them may not make the roster. I mean,
that's a fact.
They may roster 5.
I mean, I think they'll keep 5, but you never know.
Right. And again, even if you do make it, you know, one of y'all might have to be inactive too. So it's going to be a constant
one of y'all might be in a hoodie.
Exactly. The dry fit hoodie.
Listen.
Yeah. So, you know, that's definitely one of my positions I'm going to be watching. The other one I'm probably going to be watching is I mean, I got a couple, but I honestly I want to see how the old line situation shakes out, but particularly at guard.
Okay.
Again, I think we have an idea of what the starters will look like. I mean, I think I would say with some confidence, we know it's going to be Dawkins on the left side. I almost said Quentin Spain, not Quentin Spain. Help me out, Val.
Sappho. Sappho from
Yeah,
Titan.
thank you. Roger Sappho at left guard.
Right.
Morris probably, I mean, as of right now, probably look like Bates, and then Brown at right tackle. But again, there's a lot of depth behind them at both tackle and guard.
A lot of depth.
So I just want to see how that depth plays out. I want to see if Cody Forrest steps up and makes the coaches think about what he can be. Exactly. But they got a lot of depth behind everybody on the line. Right. So I kind of want to see how that shakes out, because that much competition, it has to push people. It has to bring out the best out of them. So I want to see who's actually up for the challenge. I mean, they paid Bates a decent amount of money, so he's getting starter money. But can one of these people try to take that spot? I mean, Brown is in his second year. He showed flashes, but he wasn't amazing all the time. Let's see if somebody behind him is going to give him a run for his money.
True.
So
I'm with you.
Definitely say those are my. Yeah, that's probably my two that I'm looking, along with receiver. But those two I'm gonna keep an eye on for sure.
Okay, I can rock with that. I'll say for me, I think that I'm gonna go a little different. I'll go special teams. I'll say two positions on special teams, and then I'll say the one outside. So I'll say the punter competition.
Oh God, yeah, there you go.
That's gonna be just fun. You know what I mean?
Couldn't resist, man.
I mean, that's what it is. Guy. You might, the punt guy versus the
go buy his jersey now. Just go get it.
I might have to, especially if he just win it outright. Like if he blow out Hackett training camp for preseason, I might just say, you want to know what? Give me the jersey. I don't know what number he wearing, number 3, number whatever. Give me the jersey. I'm gonna cop it. But nah, that's gonna be just fun, just for the video purposes that hit the timeline. You know what I mean? Just watching the punts go up and watching the commentary. The other one is actually
don't forget about the holding.
Right. Obviously, the holding is very important. Can't have no fumbles, no miscues on that. For sure. The return game. I'm looking at that and I'm saying, who will be the main returners? Will it be Stevenson? Can he make the team, right? Or will it be McKenzie or even Tavon Austin? I think those 3 guys right there, that'll be fun to watch, because they're going to get, especially Stevenson and Austin, they're going to get their fair share, I should say, of chances in preseason to show their worth in the return game. Because we all know the preseason is full of punts. Half of these
and I think Khalil Shakir again to run at punt return at least as well.
He might too.
He'll definitely be in that mix.
Yeah, so I think the return game, like top 1, top 2 guys, that'll be something to watch, because that really may tell you how many wide receivers they're gonna keep.
And that, I think if someone stands out in return, that's the difference in making the team and not making the team.
Especially for Tavon. Like if he really wants to make the 53, he gonna have to break one. That's my prediction, is that if he wants to make the team, it's gonna come down to him breaking one. Yeah, he's gonna have to break one in preseason and show boys and show the staff, oh yeah, he still got a little juice left. Because if not, like you said, they can go to one of the young guys, they can go to Shakir, they can go to Stevenson and even McKenzie and just be like, all right, nah, these guys, they got it. Thank you, Austin. You gave us another camp body. We appreciate you. Right. But yeah, not right now. And then the outside of special teams, I'll just say it'll probably be, this is an interesting one because it just came to my head because I was about to go somewhere else, but I'll go with the third linebacker spot.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun battle.
I think because if you look everywhere else, like I think I was going to go slot on offense, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be between Crowder and McKenzie. But I think the third linebacker spot is important because we've seen in the past the injuries that Milano can, come up with the soft tissue injuries. So whoever that third linebacker is, we're gonna make
good for an hamstring every year.
Right. So we're gonna need to make sure if it's Bernard, if it's Dotson, whoever it is, that they are prepared to either fill in and be the number 2 linebacker, or if they're on the field as that third guy, can make impact plays, can make the tackles, can do what AJ Klein did, right? At the very least, you got to be able to do what AJ Klein did. And AJ Klein, outside of his first couple games in the Bills uniform, show why he stayed in the league for a decent amount of time, because he can still get in the backfield, he can still rush the passer when needed, and yeah, he ain't no scrub. So hopefully,
about that linebacker position. I was listening to WGR this morning, and I think Jeremy had a stat that on first and second downs all year, the Bills have only had 3 linebackers on the field for 46 snaps. So out of all the first downs and second downs all year, including playoffs, it was just only 46 snaps that they actually only had 3 linebackers on the field.
Damn.
I mean, they run heavy with that nickel.
Big.
I mean, and out of that 46, 40 of them came against New England. So 6 other snaps throughout the whole year, they ran 3 linebackers on first or second down.
Right.
Like that position, again, they don't get a ton of run, but
they don't. But
it's still an important spot, though.
Still an important spot.
Exactly. Because I mean, yeah, AJ Klein made impactful plays when they did have 3 linebacker sets. So I mean, you got to be ready.
And that's my main.
And that third linebacker spot is critical for special teams. I mean,
that's
huge. You got to be a 3 or 4 phase special teamers. You want to hold that spot down. And again, if somebody does get hurt, if Milano goes down, if Edmonds goes down, if someone gets suspended, whatever it may be, someone has to be ready to fill that void and without missing the beat. So, it's going to be a good one, because Terrell Dodson, he's been hanging around for a few years now, and
they can't get him off the team.
Opportunities. He hasn't looked out of place.
Right. They can't get him off the team.
But again, and if you want to rely on a rookie, if you had to, you're going to get a keys of one of the best defenses in the league to a rookie linebacker.
But if he show up, I will say, if he blow up in that preseason and in training camp, I will not hesitate to say, "Oh yeah, I need him on the field on."
Get that man some snaps
against the Rams.
Figure it out.
That's all we want.
You want the coaches to have to make a choice, have to make a tough decision. Like, yo, listen, my man is playing so good, I have to find a way to get him out there.
Right.
Facts. But you got a linebacker that's less Taron Johnson, and I want him on the field damn near every play.
Yeah, Taron need to be on the field 90% of the time. So
and he is, though. I mean,
he is right.
He gets a lot of snaps for good reason. Like he's one of the best slot corners in the league.
Top 3. Yeah, if you don't want to call him the best,
that's why they gave him that money.
Right. If you don't want to call him the best, to me, he's in that top 3 conversation, because if you've watched this Bills defense over the last 3 years, they're not a top unit, a top 5 unit, whatever you want to call them, without Taron Johnson. So
he makes so many impactful plays. Like, he doesn't have a ton of interceptions, but he makes a ton of plays. So many batted balls, so many passes defended.
Right, because you got to look at it.
I mean, slot is the hardest.
It's one of the hardest
spot to play.
And in today's league, it's so spread out that you need to have a nickel corner who can defend well, because if not, teams is going to exploit you all day. They started just playing Tyreek Hill in the slot last year or a couple years ago. Like, teams are putting their best receivers sometimes in the slot. So you need a versatile nickel who can not only defend that, but also come up and support the run. So,
and he's not a big dude, but he comes down to run support hard, and he's probably one of our best blitzers outside of our best pass rushers outside of our defensive ends. Yeah, Milano's top tier, but Taron Johnson is right up there in terms of being able to have blitzing ability.
Right. Yeah, man. So like we said every week, man, we try not to touch on the same training camp topics, but it does get tough. But I'm glad we brought that up, because I don't think we brought up third linebacker before. Obviously, we talked about the
Yeah,
punting
man.
situation before, but I don't think we ever had that as one of our most exciting battles. And
Mhm.
then what you said was valid as well with the offensive line. But anything outside else that you want to bring on to here, or you good, or anything else you want to add before we sign
Nah,
off?
I wanted to save a little more for the last couple of weeks because again we got I think 2 more episodes
2 more
before
episodes
training
before it
camp kicks
starts.
off. So it's gonna be it's gonna be some training camp heavy stuff this next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna keep some stuff tucked
Yeah,
away for those. But
I'm with you.
we're gonna be getting ready to roll here soon. But yeah, no, I'm just gearing up, getting ready for the season to start, man.
Facts.
So
Yeah,
I'm just
more
looking forward to it.
film.
We're gonna have an episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
more
be
YouTube
real
clips.
training camp heavy the next couple of weeks.
Yes, sir, man. And I'm gonna look to try to bring my guy on again. Dennis, we gotta get back in the basement or back in the yard or whatever. Because I know it's been a couple months since we connected with him. We gotta figure out what his thoughts are going into training camp as well. And shout out to anybody else who might want to join us, man. You know, y'all can DM us, hit us on the side. If you got Zyrus number, text him, call him. Same thing with me. If y'all got my number, text me or call me. Because we always down to bring people on. We just wanted to try this out this week because we know during the season, like I said, it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get hectic. You know, I'm gonna be traveling. You're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
busy. You're gonna have Monday night football. You're gonna have Thursday night football. So, like, it's gonna be a lot. So we
Yeah.
got to navigate, man, and we got to still be able to give y'all some decent recaps, man, and just go over whatever we saw. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this experiment with us. We look forward to catching up with y'all in a week and diving deeper into this training camp. And shit, we really a month away from the first preseason game. If we keeping it a buck, I think they normally do that. They do the Hall of Fame game the first week of August, right?
Yeah, I feel like the first week of August, maybe.
Yeah, like bro, we 30 days away from real hits. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like real commentary. You know what I'm saying? So
Real hits.
real hits. You know what I mean? Not that okay, all right,
Real
red jersey,
hits.
red jersey. But now it's getting real, y'all. So I hopefully y'all enjoyed this week's episode. Like I said, we'll be tapping into some more next week. And shit, that's it. Y'all be safe out there. Continue to enjoy this great weather that we got. I don't care if you're in Buffalo, Florida,
Absolutely.
Cali, Minnesota, Canada, Germany, wherever you at. Enjoy the summer.
Wherever you may be.
Yeah, wherever you may be, man. Because I don't know where all our listeners at, but we just know that we appreciate y'all. Shit. Definitely appreciate y'all. But this is
Same thing we say every week.
yeah,
Like, subscribe, tell a
all that.
friend, tell a friend,
Tell a
leave
friend.
a comment, leave some feedback. Even if you don't like us, leave the feedback. Let us know, man. Let us know what you like.
Like,
Let us
yo,
know
man,
what you
y'all
don't
gotta
like. Some topics you want to hear more about. Just hit us up, man. We here for y'all too. We're gonna be kicking it, having a good time, having some drinks, having some laughs.
facts.
And that's the plan.
That is the mother effing plan. So listen, y'all. This is Vel.
And it's your boy Z. We will see y'all next week. Much love, y'all.
That's right. Peace out.